Incoming! What up, YouTube fam? How we living? Today we're going to be exploring a new alternative to first-person shooters. Are you just plain old bored of Warzone and Call of Duty? Are you looking to get in the trenches with the boys? Are you still upset about how Battlefield dropped the ball completely and you're looking for a new game to get into? Well, today we're going to be exploring new first-person shooter options, and that game is Hell Let Loose. What is Hell Let Loose? A hardcore World War II first-person shooter with epic battles of 100 players with infantry, tanks, artillery, and dynamically shifting front line and a unique resource-based real-time strategy inspired. So let's unpack all of that real quick, right? Basically what Hell Let Loose is, World War II first-person shooter, but where the real-time strategy comes in is that you have different roles. You have a commander, you have squad leaders, as well as your regular line unit. You have 2 recon units, which is a sniper and a spotter, as well as you have tank crews. There's no airplanes, no nothing like that yet. I'm hoping they put it in because it would add a completely new dynamic to it and be absolutely insane. You do have gun runs as well as bombing runs if you're the commander and you have the supplies. So with that being said, this game is the real deal. It's from the developer Black Matter and it's published by the Team 17. These guys have absolutely cracked the code for that hardcore military simulation, but still keeping it fun. An alternative to Hell Let Loose would be Postscriptum. Postscriptum, in my personal opinion, it's a little too heavy for me. I like to pick up the controller and just get right into it and hang out with the boys and just do all types of cool things. So then you may be asking, what platforms is it available on? It's available on the Xbox Series X and S, as well as PS5. They just ported those over, primarily on PC. Unfortunately, it is not cross-platform at this time. Could it potentially be? Yes, because we live in a modern age, and that's absolutely fantastic. Is there a single player? No. Can it be played offline with bots? No. You gotta be online. It's strictly a multiplayer game. So where can you purchase Hell Let Loose? Hell Let Loose can be found in the Microsoft Store as well as the PlayStation Store. You can find it on Steam. Now, PC players do have a little bit of an advantage here because we just got the update back about a month ago for their update 12. Their update 12 included night maps, which are absolutely incredible. You want to talk about the fog of war, the eerie, I don't know where they are as you're maneuvering through. Like if you take a look over at this clip right here, you can clearly see the moon is full. It's got nice loom. However, you're in World War II, so you can't see the enemy. You're crawling around. You could be low crawling. You could be sprinting while crouched, and you just run up on a dude. The melee weapons is a one-hit kill, so that's fantastic. I'm going to assume right now that those night maps are going to be pushed out to console relatively in the near future. Their timeline for consoles is a little bit slower than PC because it's primarily a PC game. The British are definitely coming. Wow, I sound like Paul Revere. I feel a piece of American history saying that. But yes, the British are coming. The game is still in its infancy to its mid lifespan. There's going to be a whole bunch of updates coming in 2022 that I extremely look forward to partaking in. Now you ask, why am I making this video? I'm not sponsored by these guys. I'm not making any dimes whatsoever. I just thoroughly had a most pleasant experience with this game. We all know the gaming market is dry right now, like completely dry, like completely desert. There's not even a spring dry. You're left with futuristic shooters like Halo, modern day warfare, which is Call of Duty Warzone, and then Battlefield 2042, which on the backside looks like it's going to be heading this way and correcting itself on a course. However, I don't think that's going to be a deal. The gameplay and the mechanics are absolutely incredible. For PC, it's mouse and keyboard. However, since they ported over to console, you do have a controller option. I play on mouse and key, and I'm primarily a controller player. But because I can afford to play a mouse and key at a slow pacing, it's very easy for me to learn how to apply mouse and keyboard to other games such as Call of Duty, as well as getting my footing in with my hand, so to speak, in the right play style area of where I want to be. Now you can lean left, you can lean right, you can crouch, you can sprint. There is no stamina meter, and I hope they don't bring it into it because the amount of ground that you have to cover is a lot. However, it is also such a lot of fun. Now, just because I mentioned Call of Duty and Battlefield doesn't mean that you got to be able to run and gun around these parts. That is not how to play. If you're a new player loading in, I highly suggest you listen to your squad leaders, because your squad leaders normally are the dudes that are the veterans that have been there and done that in this game. The issue is you have to see the big picture when it comes to Hell Let Loose. You're looking to get the overall W. So like we were saying before, you have different classes as well as different roles. You have your commander, who's in charge of everybody, and this is the cool part about their radios and the comms. Communication in this game is living in 2030 plus. A lot of developers have to start understanding how this works, because this should be the presidential suite of communication, because you have your local chat, your squad chat, as well as your command chat. With that being said, as the commander, you can talk amongst your squad leaders, and you will sit there and you will go, hey, I need you guys to build nodes. And a lot of people always ask, what are nodes? So nodes are ammunition dumps, troop supplies, as well as everything to help the commander out, to help maneuver his troops in real time. And this is where the real-time strategy comes in. This is genius, and I love real-time strategy games. This is really cool how this develops overall. So with those 100 players, 50 on 50, the commander will talk to his squads, and his squads will be regular line units, which will also consist of your machine gunners, your riflemen, your support player, which is like an RTO, runs around with the radio, but has the supplies. You have an engineer role, which on top of being an engineer, you also have the capabilities of building defenses, as well as you helping play the offensive game by being a complete support player. You have anti-tank, and amongst all those classes, which is about 7 or 8, you also have different tiers, which have different unlock capabilities. Now, they just had a free-to-play weekend, and that was super fun and interesting to see a whole lot of people come out, embark on their World War II gaming simulation, right? A lot of kids came from Call of Duty and Apex and a whole bunch of other first-person shooters, and they were like, why don't I have this gun? Why is this gun only give me this? The game is an absolute grind, first and foremost, which, my personal opinion, you guys could help out your dudes who sit there and grind after work and on the weekends, and give us some double XP weekends. That'd be fantastic to level up those classes, so we have those unlocks of different tiers inside of those classes. You also have tanks, which also has a tank crew commander, as well as the driver and a gunner, and you have to work as a supreme element to use your vehicle and maneuver, which brings me to my next point: the sniper and the spotter, the recon unit. The recon element is great because it's a blessing and a burden. It's really cool from my past history of being in a recon element in actual military sense, right? But you can apply that to this game. You go behind enemy lines, you don't really fire anything unless you have to. You go and you disrupt the enemy movement. You could also set up forward operating bases, which are also called garrisons, so you have major spawn points for your entire team, as well as the squad leader in the line unit and the recon unit can set up OPs, which is your outpost or your little squad spawn. If you're just in your squad, you can talk to your squad by holding the letter V on your keyboard. So that's just squad talk. So between the squad leader and your whole squad, that's just you guys. However, if you get separated because you didn't spawn at the right spot, or you wound up going somewhere else, or got off on a tangent because you were pursuing enemy, right? And you wind up linking up with blueberries, which are the friendly units with the blue name tags above their head. You can also converse with them in the local chat. The local proximity chat is only friendly, so the enemy cannot hear you. But you can talk to other squads and be like, hey man, listen, I lost my unit. Like how the dudes, the paratroopers in World War II, when they jumped in and they got scattered all over the drop zone, all over that DZ. Hey look, we're the same side, pretty much have the same SOPs. Let's figure it out and let's get out there and clap those cheeks. You're not limited to just talking to your squad. You can talk to your entire team of 50 people. And now the squad leader, the tank crew, spotter, as well as the commander all have their own radio chat as well. So that goes off simultaneously. If they could put a way to toggle mute on squad chat and proximity chat as your squad leader, so you can think and you can talk to the command and then pop in when you need to pop in and just listen to it, that'd be phenomenal. But I'm not complaining at all. The comms is just absolutely incredible. Then it leads me to the artillery. You actually have to sit there and calculate the angle, the measurement of how far you're going out. Like there's range cards and stuff, if you Google them, to use artillery in this game. And it can be super effective, but it could also be super deadly to your own team. So you have to be on that command chat and understand where your troops are to help them maneuver into an objective. It is absolutely so cool. Compared to Battlefield, but Battlefield went the arcade route, so it is what it is. Squad is a PC-based game that is a modern day shooter based on modern military. And that game is probably towards the end of its lifespan. However, it is very, very enjoyable. And I do dabble in squad from time to time, but I really thoroughly enjoy getting my World War II fix with Hell Let Loose. Drop me a comment below and let me know what you guys think about this, because I really want to know what's going on, what's your thoughts on first-person shooters, and how you feel about everything that's going on in the gaming industry as a whole. I'm thinking about doing a Battlefield 2042 coverage for my next video. You guys let me know if that's a good idea or not, because I've been dabbling in that, and surprisingly, they've been cleaning up. They've been doing well. Warzone is Warzone, but we also have the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta release coming within the next month. That's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to get my hands on that and play that. If you think I'm doing a great job, give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. If you thoroughly enjoy it, hit that subscribe button, baby. We're trying to go live soon. I do stream Monday through Thursday on Twitch. Go live at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on the Dom Odinson channel. You can find that in the links on the YouTube. I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. Bless up. This is Dom Odinson, and we out here.